peace and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. in silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Bueno, pues vamos para allá. Este juego le pillé muchísimo cariño. Época de Play 2. Me lo regaló mi tío, además, creo. Por Navidades. Y me lo pasé en Play 2, me lo pasé a 17 veces. Y aquí me lo pasé un par. Y ahora eso, quiero volvérmelo a pasar. Volver a conseguir todo. Y me gustaría poder, pasármelo en extremo europeo. Pero una vez ya nos lo hayamos pasado, ¿no? Bueno, yo creo que lo voy a poner en extremo o en difícil. O sea, que hacía esto. Extremo no recuerdo si cuando te pillaban ya extremo europeo directamente te pillan y ¿vale? Extremo es eso, que creo que es más que difícil. Bueno, no lo vamos a poner difícil y luego iremos viendo. Ah, sí. En esta
East
parte
and West.
me quedaré
This marked the
calladito, ¿vale?
beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Vale. 20 minutos después ya empieza. Este juego es muy de cinemática. Lo que pasa es que, claro, si juegas como jugaba yo, que me las pasaba todas las cinemáticas. Es un juego cortite. Si te ves todas las cinemáticas, es un juego larguete. La primera que vamos a hacer, voy a dejar todas las cinemáticas. Las siguientes ya sí que las pasaremos. No me acuerdo muy bien de los controles, ya os aviso. Ah, sí, espérate. Pues bueno, vuelvo a silenciarme.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
Well, you've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food.
Y aquí rompiendo la pared. Ok. Vale, creo que ahora. Vale. Perfecto. Ya, cuchillo. Vale. Vale, no, es que no puedo ni mirar la mochila, claro. No tengo mochila, ¿cómo voy a mirar la mochila? A ver. O sea, agachado. Vale, o sea, así daba la voltereta. Si hacías así y mantenías, te agachabas directamente. No puedes moverte agachado, o sea, así. Tienes que ser siempre tumbado, si no recuerdo mal. Vale. Después, esto es el arma, como no tengo ninguna equipada nada. El CQC, vale. Triángulo no hacía nada. Esto es, vale, para mirar. Esto y esto sería para apuntar, creo. Y estos son los de esto, vale. Puedo coger el cuchillo. Vale, y usarlo ahí. Vale, y por ejemplo puedo... Perfecto. El sonido está un poco desfasado, ¿verdad? Vosotros lo escucháis bien, ¿no? A tiempo real. Sí, soy yo el que lo digo con retraso. Bueno, no pasa nada. Vale. Vale. Aquí ya había unas serpientes y tal. Vale, ¿el botón de acción cuál es? Hola. ¿Cuál es el botón de acción? ¡Ah! Ya, vale, el triángulo es el botón de acción. Mira cómo te descolgabas, el botón de acción también. Perfecto. Ah, ya.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger-happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
Perdón, es que estaba tocando una cosa de la
Relax,
desincronización que
there's a
escucho
support
yo.
team ready to back you up
Y
over
sí
the
que se ha
radio.
perdido un momento el audio. Perdón.
I'll introduce them to you.
Por
This
cierto,
time,
buenas.
survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the
¿No
battlefield.
escucháis el juego
After
ahora?
a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Muchísimo texto, me cago en Dios, Kojima. Loco. Y sí, full nostalgia. Yo me vicié que flipas en Play 2 y me lo pasé 17 veces. Vamos para allá. Vale. A ver. Fuera. Vale. Vale. Pues a ver, aquí una vez consigues eso, hay varias cosas que puedes hacer. Vas a venirte por aquí. Sube. No me acuerdo cómo. ¿Triángulo? Sí, vale. Y por aquí, aparte de la sierpe. Vale. Tienes esto. Ah, claro, pero lo tengo lleno, vale, perfecto. A ver, ¿se mueve alguna hierbecilla? No. Vale. Después también tienes esto. A ver, era... No sé. No sé si habían ranas o por ahí, o cosas así por ahí. A ver. Vale. Ahí posiblemente hay una rana. Me acuerdo que había un pajarito. También te decir que... no voy a usar el cargador Ahí no voy a usar el silenciador. Porque ahora mismo nadie lo escucha. Muchísimo texto, sí. El Kojima está loco. Sé que por aquí es. Porque no lo veo. Ahí, ¿verdad? No le he dado. No, no le he dado. Adiós, pajarito. Esta no es la tranquilizadora, ¿verdad? Ah, pues sí que es la tranquilizadora. Sonaba demasiado pum. Vale, y ahí hay un pro vida de esos. Coñé. Jo. Pues una marcha atrás. ¡Ah! Ven. Venga ya. No recordaba que el movimiento fuera así y me lo pasé 17 veces, ¿sabes? Ah. Joder. Vale. Y me acuerdo que incluso audio no está sincronizado. No está sincronizado. Me cago en 10, tío. ¿Por qué se desincroniza? Ah. Vale, estáis escuchando. Vale, ¿por qué no escucháis el audio de la capturadora directamente? No lo entiendo. A ver. Igual es por. Vale, dime si ahora lo escucháis. Audio, ya. ¿Está bien sincronizado? Sí, perfecto. Vale, ahora sí que estáis escuchando el de la capturadora. Lo que pasa es que yo lo escucho desfasado de narices. Vale, igual. Claro, yo lo escucho desincronizado, a ver. No, pero ahora lo escucharéis bien, ¿no? Ahora sí que se estará escuchando bien. Ya lo sé que se ha escuchado mal un momento. Pero ahora mismo estará bien, ¿no? A ver. Que yo lo escucho súper desincronizado, pero vosotros los tendréis que escuchar bien. Según me sale ahí. Bueno, este lo voy a hacer así y después ya miraré cómo ponerlo bien. En principio está bien, ¿no, Ferran? No, no lo escuchamos como tú. Ya, vale. O sea que vosotros lo escucháis bien, ¿no? Vale. Vale. Aquí hay cocodrilos sacamuelas. Malos. Aquí se podía hacer una cosa graciosa. Otro, ¿verdad? Sí. Lo que no veo... Repelente, vale. Repelente... Por aquí habían granadas, creo. No las estoy viendo. Granadas, vale. Y no se me han equipado. Ah, que se escucha mal. Me cago en Dios, ¿por qué se escucha mal, tío? Es que yo veo en los niveles de audio que sí que cuando debería de sonar suena. Pero yo sí que lo escucho más retardado. Me cago en Dios. Vale. Sí, vale. Mochila. ¿Qué os quería enseñar esto? Eje, a verás. Cabrón. Ahora cuando abra la boca, verás. ¡Pumba! Y consigues eso, y si no, pues también puedes... ¿En serio? ¿Vale? Tronco, vale. Ala. Vale. Y ahí sí había más cocodrilos. Ahí había un... Sí, balas. Y también... Ahí esto. No la veo. ¿Ah? No era eso, por lo que iba. Pero bueno, ya que pasaba un pajarito. Esto. A esto me refería yo. Es la primera que encuentro. Ah. El de Play 2 creo que era más... Coño. La sensibilidad. Vale. Y caen abejas. Tan lejos no te pican. Y ya estaría. Y te da un ungüento. Que no está mal el ungüento. A ver. Vale, el silenciador lo he pillado. Vale. Siguiente zona. Por aquí no es la siguiente zona. Por aquí es la siguiente zona. Hostia, es verdad. Es verdad, es verdad. Se me había olvidado por completo. Vamos a volver un segundo atrás. Los querotans, tío, las ranicas. No me acuerdo dónde estaban estos. Es verdad, las ranicas. Loco. Se me olvidaba. Hay que dispararle a unas ranas para que te den el traje de infiltración. ¿Dónde estaba aquí, tío? No me voy a calentar la cabeza, tengo una guía. A una mala lo miren en la guía. Ah, tío. Igual había que dispararlo desde la rama o algo. No me acuerdo. Hay muchísimas, no me acuerdo. Normalmente suelen estar por fuera del mapa y cosas así. Cierto, por aquí si tienes cuidado. O puntería. Pues pilla un pájaro. Buah, no me acuerdo dónde está. Voy a mirarlo un segundo en la guía que tengo aquí. Ya estaría, A ver. Vale. Sí que es desde la rama. V, vale. está. No me gusta nada este joystick. No me gusta nada para apuntar. Uy. Vale. Y el siguiente sí que sé dónde está. Sí que me acordaba. Ah, aquí te puedes ahogar. Si te esperas mucho, al final te hundes y te ahogas. Pero lo suyo es no esperarse mucho. Creo que no estaba por aquí. Estaba... Ahí, míralo. Ah, y sí, también puedes dormir una serpiente. Este juego está muy guapo porque mira, a verás. Puedes... equiparte una serpiente y ya verás. No me acuerdo si aquí ya había. ¿Verdad? No me acuerdo si había ya enemigos, creo que sí.
Major, I've spotted 2
Sí.
enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Perfecto.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Bueno, creo que el audio ya está más o menos, ¿no? Vale. Vale. Sí. Eso o Italia. Quiero tirarle a la serpiente. A ver, espera.
What the?
No, de puta. Han matado a mi serpiente. Vale. Lo que te digas.
Just my imagination.
Ya estaría. Vale. Tatara. Pues así, exacto. Vale. ¿Ya está? Hacemos una rampa pacifista sin matar a nadie. Bueno. Ya no tiene nada más. Yo me... Ay. Ah, coño. Aquí. Jeje. Un francotirador. Nada, sirve. Y dirás, ¿para qué quieres comida y todo eso? Pues porque hay que comer. Si veis bajo la barra de vida y como otra barra, pues eso es el hambre. Uy, qué bajito se escucha eso, ¿no? A ver. No hay opciones de... No. Sensibilidad y eso, no. Bueno. Tendré que acostumbrar. A ver. No me acuerdo para qué, pero yo aquí subía. Igual era para darle el Kerotan. Era para darle... ¿Era para darle desde aquí al soldado? Puede ser. Realmente no me acuerdo. Collons. Intento... Ah, vale. Puedo también con... Vale. Perfecto. Ah, sí, y ahora os enseñaré una cosita. Que también se puede hacer con el CQC. Solo tienen dos cosas, ¿no? Vale, sí. Las gafas térmicas. Creo que... ¿No? No sé. Sí, he visto el Kerotan, ¿eh? Vale. Ah, bueno, espera. Que aún hay uno despierto. Munición del Franco. ¿Qué coño está? Ahí está, ok. Mierda, no ha salido. Bueno. Anda, coño. ¿Qué? Ay, hijo de puta, ya estaba despierto. Bueno. Lo sabía, tío. A ver. No tengo... Joder, muy lejos. Y todo porque no se ha querido matar. Me cago en Dios. Ven aquí. Bien. No quería pasar, porque es que además ahora hay cinemática. No hay cinemática. ¿Por qué no hay cinemática? Porque está en el alarma, ¿no? En la alerta. Bueno, pues nada. Claro, pero tampoco tengo nada para poder matarlo, es incómodo. ¡Mátenme! Claro, sí, eso. Coño ya. ¿En serio? Bueno, la hemos liado un poco. Vámonos antes de que se despierte alguien. Me hemos liado un poco bastante. O aquí era... Era aquí la cinemática. Creo. Bueno. Vaya. Ay, de verdad. Tío, mira eso. Pues nada, tío. Ay, coño. ¿En serio? What's wrong? Nada. ¿Vale? Perfecto. No puedo, tío. Vale. Vamos a intentar que no se caigan y se mueran. Es probable que se caigan y se mueran, pero palmas. Ah, vale, y ahora es cuando encontramos nuestro primer arma letal. Vale. No, no, no. Triángulo. ¿El otro se ha caído? Creo que el otro se ha caído. Bueno. Yo no le he matado, se ha matado solo. Y aquí... es un truquillo. Mira. Tará. Vale. El primer subfusil. Aquí no te puedes agachar como tal. Y un tío, ahí está. Coño, sube. Ah, tronco. Buena. Que no, tronco. ¡Ah! Sin huevos. Vaya. Voy a tener que practicar un huevo, ¿eh? No, no, no. Pero si no... Vale. Voy a darle alarma en todos. Todas las escenas de esto. A dormir. ¿Ha dormido aquel? Sí. Vale. ¿Qué pasa? Que aquel está despierto. Vale. Ay, mierda, hay otro. Supongo.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is
Perfecto.
still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
A ver. Por mis es que... ha sido este, ¿verdad? Que me ha pillado. Sí, creo que sí. Le voy a interrogar por mis huevos. Despierta. Ahí era, vale.
Don't shoot me, please!
Que te disparan los huevos,
Oh,
Vale. ¿Qué más?
oh.
Vale. Así era. Vale. ¡No! Psicópata. ¿Por qué lo matas? ¿Por qué coño lo matas?
Freeze. Just try and pull the trigger.
Uy. Ya no. No mates. No. Pero, hijo. En la Play 2 podías apretar un poquito y solo lo cogía, no le rajaba el cuello. Es cuando aprietas fuerte cuando le rajas el cuello. Pero el mando este de Play 3, al menos lo que tengo yo, o estoy jugándolo en la Play 3 con una capturadora, se aprieta solo, tronco. No voy a poder sacar información a nadie. Oye.
Freeze.
Vale. No puedo vivir habiendo matado gente. No puedo vivir con esto. ¡Ah! ¿Hay mandos de Play 2 para jugar a Play 3? Igual me compro uno, me cago en la puta. Buena esa. Buena esa. A la tercera. Se han quedado ahí. Eso no lo sabía yo. Bueno, el SVD lo puedo usar como... Aunque creo que hay unos prismáticos. Lo puedo usar como... para apuntar. A ver. A ver. ¿Ese tiene radio? Este no tiene radio. Ah. Putada. Que no tienen radio no suelen tener... No suelen tener frecuencias. Es que te dan frecuencias. Para quitar la alarma y cosas de esas. Buena. Ya está, ¿no? Vale. No sé qué hacer. No sé si intentar pillarle a frecuencias y todo eso o pasar y ya pillarle frecuencias. ¿Dónde está? Ah, la rana está. Ah, pero le he dado. Claro, no le habré dado. Claro, no le habré dado. Porque le he dado antes, en la de antes. Vámonos. Y ya estaría. Que al menos quiero hacer la parte de la misión virtuosa, madre mía. Que entre los problemas de audio y lo manco que soy. Me lo he pasado 17 veces, ¿eh? No me gusta este mando. No me gusta, no puedo. Es que no distingue la presión.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Ok. Ok. No sé si hay más. Par más ahí, creo. Vale. Hay otro. Franco. No me gusta este mando. Me gusta el de Play 2. Para esto. Vale. ¿Pero quién?
Who's that? What happened?
Ay.
Control here. Enemy sighted.
¿Por qué no me muero? Grenade. ¿Por qué no explota? Ah, ¿y por qué no explota? aquí tengo otro mando. Pero este mando es una mierda. No funciona bien. No lo podrían sacar para PC. No. Sí. Vale. A ver, este es de... Este es de Play. Coño, así sí, joder. Vale. Joder. Hostia, cambia, ¿eh? ¿Cómo cambia? El otro no es oficial de Play, el que está usando. Dios. Joder. Claro. El puto mando, si es importante en los juegos. Me cago en... compro un mando baratito, si es que no vale la pena. ¿Qué uno? Sí. De manco a pro solo con el puto mando, tío. Solo cambiando el mando. Mierda. Cago en Dios. El mando de los cojones. Bueno, acaba de demostrar la importancia de un buen mando. Me cago en la hostia. Voy a tirar ese mando. O no lo voy a tirar porque no es mío. Pues si no lo tiraba. Vale, pues nada, ya los he dormido todos. ¿Has visto? De cuatro intentos a uno. Prohibido. Vale. Pero no está ahí. Que no sé si lo puedo disparar entre las rejas. Sí. No me acuerdo que se podía subir arriba, tío. Hay rejilla. Aquí. Estos de aquí no se abrían, no. Eso no. Pero sí que hay de aquí que se abren. Tío. ¿Por qué no lo pasa con triángulo, tío? La de triángulo no sube, no... Eso, aquí se podía subir. Aquí no hay nada, ¿no? No. Es que después aparecen cosas ahí. Jae. Jae. A ver. Creo que se van a empezar a despertar ya los primeros, ¿eh? Sí, sí, nos han despertado ya. Vale. Vámonos ya. Que si no... Cinemática time.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process. Or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Estaba haciendo la posición de hacer un kame. ¿Lo habéis visto? Madre mía, Kojima.
Freeze!
Ahora es cuando llega la segunda parte del rompecabezas. ¿No? Sí. ¿No?
So this is the legendary boss.
Sí.
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Pero, lo raro...
What's a Gru soldier doing here?
¿No lleva un revólver? Lleva una pistola normal, ni me acordaba de eso.
Soldier?
¿Por qué lleva una pistola normal? ¿Por qué no lleva un revólver? Vaya.
He's the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Pam, 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 pam. Tío, me sonaba tanto que esta escena era con un revólver que me estoy quedando rayadísimo. Mi boina.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Ahora tiro en la cabeza y se acabó.
You're not the boss, are you?
Crew operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Casualidad, ¿eh? Que se desbloqueara la pistola justo.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Está medio groggy. A dormir. La bala que se había quedado atascada.
Impossible. You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Sinceramente no me acordaba.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Me lo pasé 17 veces, pero solo una vez le presté atención.
Pretty good.
Vale. Ah, y por eso después llevo un revólver. Qué bueno.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Vale. Y ahora aquí puedes hacer varias cositas. Uno de ellos es saquearlo de estos cadáveres, creo. ¿Estos? Ah, este no lo puedes despertar, eso sí que me acuerdo. ¿Estos los puedes despertar? No, vale. Yo normal aquí les disparaba a todos. Para que no se levantaran. Pero no sabía si se podía o no. Ah. Vale, sí. Esto es para que lo veáis.
Snake, you can't do that. The future will change. You'll create a time paradox.
Para que sepáis lo que pasa, ¿vale? No puedes matar a Ocelot porque tiene que salir en el futuro, por cojones. Así que no lo puedes matar. Vale, a ver. Una vez pasa eso, ¿aparecía algún objeto o no? Vale, perfecto. Pues ahora ya es volver al puente. Dolinovodno. Dolinovodno. ¿Has visto mi ruso?
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best GRU has to
Spetsnaz.
offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank
Básicamente.
capable of operating solo.
Un Metal Gear. Lo que luego se conocerá como Metal Gear.
Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Fase 2.
Phase 2.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
A ver, también es fácil. O sea, quiero decir, si fuera Snake un hijo de puta, le pega un tiro y se acabó el problema. Pero claro. Y aquí es donde se lía. Hostia, ¿qué haces aquí, de vos? Pero estabas en un submarino.
Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
No, Alfa, no.
Hornets?
The pain y the fear. Dos miembros de la unidad Cobra. Son todos unos psicópatas. Los de la unidad Cobra.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more.
The end.
Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
Vamos, nos están presentando los bosses. The Sorrow. The Sorrow.
It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Vol'jin. Este ya no es de la unidad Cobra.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your
Le lleva
disciples?
una cabeza nuclear, ¿sabes?
Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think
Mira
you
la
can
bandana que
pull the
lleva.
trigger?
Ya no tiene arma. Nariz rota, brazo roto.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you
Ahí
can't
tienes
come
el nombre de verdad. The Big Boss. Vale. A volar.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Lo vamos viendo.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah, just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the
¿Qué?
start button.
Botón start, ¿qué?
If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button.
Curarme.
With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Vale, pesada. Eso es súper fácil. A ver, lo que sí que... Había... Ajá, ahí, míralo. ¿Veis ese cadáver? Ese cadáver de ahí arriba. Pues ese cadáver es de Sorrow. Uno de los de... Hostia, que pasa si me tomo una pastilla de muerte falsa ahora. Nunca lo he probado. ¿Qué pasa? No pasa nada, ¿no? Vale, pero no me deja levantarme ni nada. Vale. Por cierto, qué movimiento más raro ha hecho esta mañana en el suelo. Bueno, pues eso, que está ahí de Zorro. Es un pequeño easter egg. Creo que tiene telarañas y todo. A ver, cura. Vale, tengo algún... Hostia. Ah, vale, eso sí, de los... esos que habían. Ah, mira, sí que se ve el hueso roto. Vamos hacia el zoom. Ahí. Los huesos, las costillas rotas, el hueso roto. No sé si tengo pierna rota. No. Vale, a ver. Corte. Necesito sutura. Necesito... ¿Irritante? Sí. ¿Esto? Sí. Y venda. Perfecto. Vale, otro corte. Un hueso roto, que esto es venda y tablilla. Corte, venda, sutura, desinfectante. Ay, que esto es un hueso roto. Bueno, he usado una gasa de más. Qué dolor. Es que creo que podías llegar a mirarlo. Igual es en esta escena cuando lo puedes mirar. Está justo ahí en esa piedra de atrás. Y ahora usa la bandana de cabestrillo.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Ahora. Míralo. GG. Un cadáver GG. Cinco helicópteros llevando a el Shagohod. Básicamente es el Metal Gear. La primera versión de Metal Gear creo que es.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
¿Pero un perrete o qué?
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Qué bestia, ¿eh? No, una bombita nuclear. Boom. Estas son las partidas que tenía. 2012, 2014 y así, ¿sabes? Ah, no, claro. Espera. No, 2012 creo que eran todas. Porque esta la he cargado creo que antes. Para comprobar unas cosillas. Y es que la Play la tengo mal configurada. La fecha. Pondré bien la fecha. No me acordaba. Ah, creo que pone 2014. Ah, no, pues está bien. 2021, 7 del 13. Está bien, perfecto. Ah, pues ya estaría. Y aquí es donde empieza.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday
Apenas se ha inspirado en James Bond para hacer esta intro.
it's ordeal, the trial to survive.
Ahora son cohetes. O son cazas, no sé. A pajaritos. O comunismo.
In my time, there'll be no one else.
Ah, sí, puedes cambiar el idioma también. A ruso.
It's the way I fly to
O convertirlo en serpientes.
I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Lo que yo no me acordaba de los patrones estos amarillos que puedes hacer.
I'm still
No sé si está bugado, tío, que... Por eso yo no me acordaba.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Vaya.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban.
Ah, vale, vale.
This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then? The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons.
Básicamente,
Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world.
Kojima se debería dedicar a hacer películas.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping
Vaya,
us?
hola.
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
Okay.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960.
A ver, pero eso estaba claro, John.
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over
Estaba
to the
claro,
Soviet
pero
Union?
si él fue el director, el máximo responsable de ese juego, ¿qué director vas a hacer? Si lo has hecho todo tú. O sea, si lo has mirado todo tú, ¿qué te han recortado de ese juego?
Also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Locura, ¿eh? Además en aquella época. Un caza que luego tira un mini caza.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000
¿El nieve está mal? ¿Cómo que está mal? ¿Está mal en qué? ¿Es una referencia a algo? ¿O es que literalmente está mal la nieve del juego de
Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3.
Kojima?
Bearing south.
¿Dónde está?
I'm about to lose it.
La Borja Pavón, verdad. It's true. Guayón, he tenido 20 problemas en este directo. Problemas de audio. Después el mando que estaba usando no me iba bien y lo he tenido que cambiar y ahora este me va perfecto. He reintentado una zona como 6 veces, he cambiado el mando y a la primera me lo he sacado. O sea, lo he hecho perfecto. Sí, totalmente LEL. Lo que Me dirás ahora si hay desfase otra vez, que en teoría lo he arreglado. Para el próximo directo estará bien.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue
Snake en
Sokolov.
paracaídas, sí, sí.
Find out what's happened to the Shagahod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagahod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square 0. My frequency
Ya, lo
is
estoy viendo.
140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance, too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license
Vale.
revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility.
Está guay porque te dice
If you have any
truquillos
questions, just ask
de las
him.
armas.
His frequency is
Dice cosillas.
148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How'll I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and "Lali Lule Lo."
Los
Lali
patrios,
Lule
madre
Lo.
mía.
Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government.
Lali
It will be
Lulelo,
necessary to make
madre
your
mía.
presence known to a certain extent. To the Khrushchev regime, at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Venga. Perfecto. varias cosas. Yo el audio lo tengo mal, pero quiero saber si vosotros lo tenéis bien. No sé por qué en el juego se me escucha mal. Pero bueno. Podré vivir con ello, supongo. A ver. Ahora si puedes decirme si va bien y tal. ¿Tengo...? No lo tengo, ¿verdad? No, me lo han quitado. Perfecto. Pero aquí tendría que haber una planta. Una planta que se puede recoger. Que no la veo. Ah. Ahí. Vale, tablilla. Cierto, tengo... Es que ahora esta es la letal. ¿Tengo la otra? Que no quiero matar. No. Pues bueno. Aquí hay... Pillo. Estaría guay pillarlo. Pero es que es difícil de ver. A ver. Una ardilla voladora. Lo siento, pero he matado una ardilla voladora, sí. Y bueno, aparte de eso hay varias planticas por aquí y eso. Como esta. Ya, medicinas. Es que está muy bien este juego, tío, me encanta. Ay, mierda. Vale, no. Claro, que me he equivocado de... me he equivocado. Me he olvidado de la rana, tío, el kertán. Que no me acuerdo dónde está, por cierto. Vale. Coger todas las comidas y eso, de momento lo dejamos, ¿no? Para otra de las runs. Mira. Ah, sí. Era importante esa, tío. Porque creo que habían pocas. Sierpes de esas. Aquí no había nada. No había... No, eso es para misión virtuosa. Sí que hay un francotirador. Vale, sí. No se podía ver el caballo antes de pasar. Bueno, vaya, quería saltar y se ha agachado. Mira, salgo en la barrita de arriba, soy famoso, sí. Sales arriba. Cosa más rara, tío. Se desfasa el juego, pero con las cinemáticas, yo lo escucho bien. Las cinemáticas lo escucho bien, lo escucho súper mal cuando juego, tío. Se desfasa un montón el audio.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
Ahora está un poquito desfasado. Yo lo tengo un pelín desfasado.
What are you doing here?
Un poco bastante. Y no sé si en el directo se estará escuchando bien.
Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss!
I'm not your boss
Sí,
anymore.
está bastante desfasado.
There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
Hola.
The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Sí, sí, las balas hacen lo que quieran.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later, you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat... You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Sigue desincronizado. Qué asco. Ya. Me toca mucho enamorar en el 1, ¿eh? Ah, en este el código ya no era tan pesado como en el 1, ¿no? Bueno. A ver, la cosa es que no te obliga a cogerlo. Perfecto.
There's nobody here. What's this? HQ? HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use
A
extra.
esperar.
HQ.
Patrol here.
Understood. Return to your position.
Vale, perfecto. ¿Para qué? Zona pantanosa. Esta es la zona pantanosa. Y entonces la rana. ¿Dónde está la rana? ¿Dónde está la rana? Antes no sé si le di a la rana de aquí, ¿eh? La rana estaba por aquí arriba. La rana. No la veo. Ah. Pues esta antes no le he dado, ¿eh? ¿En serio? ¿En serio no se le puede pegar? Bueno, bueno. Tengo granadas normales, ¿no? ¿O solo tengo detonadoras? Ah. ¿Ha servido o no? A ver. Creo que he atrapado un pájaro o algo. No sé dónde. Vaya, se ha despertado. Oh, pues nada, tronco. No, es que entonces no les puedo dar a nada. Tengo que conseguir un arma. Bueno, hay granada chaff, granada dead. Y normales creo que también hay, ¿eh? Pero hay chaff. Granadas chaff. Que es para crear interferencias. No me acordaba que en esta subida también. Vale, me acabo de acordar. Sí, hay una cabra aquí. Y un conejo. Hola, conejo. Hala. Vale. Joder. Tengo que acostumbrarme a esto hacerlo con las flechas. Los menús. Vale. Y por aquí hay una ardilla japonesa voladora. Ahora mismo no la veo. Pero sé que está por aquí. Ey, esto va a ser más jodido de lo que parecía, Esta parte. Porque claro, una vez ya te las pasé una vez, tienes siempre un arma. Que es la Patriot. Pero claro. Comida. Va medio viaje. No. Vale. Ah, cabrón. No, 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 que me muerde. Va, perfecto. Por... Vale, comida llena. ¿Comida llena? Pues espérate. Mira, una de las escenas de comida. Ñam. Qué bueno, pegarle bocas a una serpiente ahí tal cual. Qué poco se escucha eso. Comparado con todo lo demás. Ah. Vale, vale. Rico, sí, sí, Pegarle un bocado ahí a la serpiente. Todo cruda. Había más escenas, pero no me acuerdo cómo hacerlas. Y curándote también había escenas. Creo que es un poco aleatorio lo de que aparezca. Aquí creo que va a haber peña, ¿verdad? Que va a haber peña.
Speak. Meat tastes good, but rots soon. Answer me. You lousy. Speak. Meat tastes. Answer me. You answer me. Meat.
Eso quería hacer yo antes, coño, que no me salía. Vale. Vale.
Speak.
When you walk on moist soil, your
Ah, es
footprints.
verdad.
Speak.
After you take us out, leaving us alone will.
Si nos dejas solo, ¿qué?
If our chest radios are broken, our
Sí, sí.
contact will.
No, eso sí.
Speak. Bastard, answer me.
When you walk on
Eso lo sé.
After you take us out, leaving us alone will.
Vamos a poner a tronco. Aquí había algo, ¿no? ¿O qué? Ah, no. Vale.
Speak.
At night, poisonous animals will.
¿Qué pasa con los animales venenosos?
In the south, the bottomless swamp.
Tía, tronco.
If our radio man is taken out, contact will be.
Sí, eso sí que lo sé.
Speak. Let me answer me.
At night.
Ay, no aprendéis. A ver. En esta zona. Norte de no sé qué. ¿Dónde está el Kerotan? ¿Dónde está la rana? Vale. Está un poco jodido. Pero es por aquí arriba, ¿no? Desde aquí es donde se ve. Ah, pues para eso era para subir. Vale, subir era para eso entonces. ¿Dónde? Pues tengo solo dos. Vaya. Vaya. Qué suerte he tenido tú. ¿Una ración? Venga, despierta.
Speak.
No dice nada más, ¿no? Oh, me ha dado 4 granadas, joder. Perfecto. ¡Eh! ¡Hala! Salta. Vámonos. Antes de que despierta nadie. Corre. Mira, el operario de la radio es este. Granada chat. Granadas, vale. ¿Tú qué tienes? Granada será también, ¿no? Granada lleno. Ah, y... Oh, esa era la incendiaria, ¿no? A ver. Sí, de fósforo blanco. Estas son las que queman. Me gustaría no matar a nadie. Estaría bien. A ver, ahora. Vale. Vale, eso dónde está. Es que lo que voy a hacer es... Abrir 2 veces tú. Y así puedo estar mirando el mapa normal y los querotans. No estar todo el rato comiendo de página. Vale. Perfecto.
What's that sound?
Speak.
There are guys who know alert cancellation
Eso
frequencies.
quiero yo, por ejemplo.
Speak. Bastard. Speak.
There are guys.
Speak.
Pero tú no la conoces, ¿no?
Bastard.
Vaya, se ha desmayado. Corre, 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 corre. Aquí puedes cortar las cuerdas, por cierto. Vale. Ta, tara, tara. Por cierto, hostia. Vale. Aquí el camuflaje está un poco mal. Vaya. Justo lo digo.
Radio, where's our back?
Ah, vale.
Speak. Listening to the radio can be
Ah,
relaxing.
muy bien.
Speak.
¿Cuál?
Let go of me. Speak.
¿Qué radio?
Listening to the radio can be
Pero
relaxing.
dime la frecuencia.
Speak. Like...
Pues nada. Decidió morir. Perfecto. Vale, un segundo. Aquí el... Rotan, la rana esa. ¿Dónde es? Lo que no sé si hay enemigos. No tengo ni idea, creo que no hay enemigos. Vale, aquí ya me dan armas, creo. Coño, sube. O sea, lo suyo es venir hasta aquí, coger el arma y entonces ir para atrás e ir disparando a las ranitas. Me da pereza. Aquí ya tienes un arma. Joder. Bueno, pues nada. Me está vacilando. Y en una caja. Detector de minas. ¿Se puede pasar, sí o no? Sí, vale. Repelente, sí, vale. Y máscara de zombie o camuflaje zombie. Cara zombie, vale. Luego, creo que es por ahí. Creo que es dentro. Luego dentro está... No recuerdo mal. Sí. Está la cámara de visión nocturna. No sé si es la de visión nocturna o... O la térmica, la verdad. Aquí dentro. Térmicas. Hostia, tenía una herida y se me acaba de curar sola. Es posible que tuviera una herida. Creo que se me ha curado sola. Cuando se me cura solo, sigue estando la bala o lo que sea. Es que no me acuerdo. Creo que si no te quitabas la bala y se te curaba solo, se te quedaba para siempre. Lo que yo sí que he llegado a ver. Balas incrustadas en el cráneo y de todo. A ver. En principio está todo. ¿Qué? A continuar. ¿Te hubiera jurado? Es más adelante, por lo que veo. Ah, no, vale, ya me acuerdo lo que pasa ahora. Perfecto. Creo que no había nada arriba, ¿no? Los pajaritos y tal. Hostia, pues no me acuerdo qué hay que hacer. ¿Ir? A ver. Ah, no, claro. Claro. Entras, ¿no? Y claro, como yo he salido por aquí, me he saltado el trigger. Porque creo que tienes que salir, ¿puede ser? Creo que sí. Creo que me he saltado el trigger, ¿verdad? Pues tú entras... Creo que es a la salida. Pues sí, sí que me había saltado yo el trigger, sí. ¡Hostia, qué negro!
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they
Mierda.
sent?
No he pulsado el R1.
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots?
La contraseña.
Trapped.
Get down!
Es curioso como te dice... No, esa zona está contaminada, no va a ir nadie, solo va a ir Adam. No viene Adam, viene una chica. Y... sí que hay más gente. Pero vale. No, esa no es la respuesta. Tía, cómo ha explotado el pelo. Sí. Eva. Tronco, su cara está arriba. Ahí. Arriba, su cara está arriba. Vale. Ay, Snake. Te veo muy solo, en tus misiones.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Madre mía.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
¿Qué? No. Si es que no tenías que venir tú.
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
Pistola, sí, joder.
45, huh?
Pero yo quiero una de tranquilidad antes.
Incredible.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized. you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from.
Jeje.
You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
¿Me acabas de dar dos pistolas?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then.
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse, and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight. Right, let's get going.
¿Qué pasa, Leocap?
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
Perfecto.
You'll never make it in that condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
Perfecto.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
Bien, ahora estamos con el Metal Gear. Ah, el Capitán Zafiro sigue bien. Pues lleva un buen tiempo metido en el cofre.
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
Sí, sí, contesto, ahora contesto.
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep,
Cuando
you will
guardes
also
la
recover
partida y
naturally
salgas de
from
aquí.
sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Y esto no va de coña, te lo dice en serio para que te vayas. ¿Ves? Dice, ves ahora guardar. Lo dice aposta para que te vayas. Y si estás jugando mucho rato, te llama y te dice que guardes y descanses. No. Me había desconectado el ratón. Ah, el ratón, sí. El ratón. El mando. Ah, antes lo hice en normal las otras veces. Entiendo. A ver, he guardado. Vamos a seguir desde allí. Así que, chicos, muchísimas gracias por estar. Perdón por los desfases del audio. Intentaré arreglarlo cuando lo resuba. Haré pruebas de audio antes de empezar el siguiente. Eso. Nos vemos a la próxima, chicos. A ver, también es verdad que os digo que es la primera vez que uso la capturadora, ¿eh? Que me pillé la capturadora y se ve que tiene retraso de audio. Así que miraré a ver cómo solucionarlo. No sé, vamos a ver quién hay por ahí. Está bueno el bueno de Oxy. Oxycran, así que la voy a hacer, que hace tiempo que no se la hago. Bueno, chicos, nos vemos en la siguiente. Chao y gracias por estar aquí.